What's going on, YouTube? So, as you can see, we're in a little bit of a different scenery right now. It's kind of an ugly scenery. It's really packed up in here. So if you don't know what this is my shed. So this is the shed. This is like the little lean-to part that was boxed in. And yeah, this is where I keep like the lawnmower, the Troy-Bilt lawnmower, and a bunch of other knickknacks. Like you see, I've got over here, I've got the factory wheels and tires for the Dakota, and might be putting those back on there. Who knows? The old bumper from the Silverado. This honestly is the junk part of the shed, which is kind of where I just store everything. So, reason for today's video is, as you can see, I'm trying to stand right here so the sun doesn't glare y'all so much, because the lighting's not the best in here. But as you can see, we've got a new lawnmower in the mix, and this is actually very exciting for me, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. Alright, the reason why I'm so excited to have this lawnmower here is because this is actually my old lawnmower. So this, well, technically my parents' lawnmower, but this is the lawnmower that is actually I've used every weekend when I was cutting like 3 acres worth of yard. Literally, I use this thing all the time. This has been my favorite lawnmower. I remember the day that my dad brought this lawnmower home. I think I was like 10 years old, 10 or 11, when he brought this home. And I was so excited because we were using lawnmowers like that one to cut 3 acres, and it just took a long time. This lawnmower just cut the time like right in half. The reason why it's here is because mom and dad, they don't cut their grass anymore. So they hire somebody to do it for them because they've gotten older. They just hire somebody. It's a lot easier for them. We have the lawnmower here now, and they actually gave it to me. And unfortunately, like I said, it doesn't run. And the reason why is because they hired somebody to cut the grass. So the lawnmower has been sitting. It's been sitting for like 4 or 5 years. No, it's been sitting for about 4. I think about 4 years. So I think since 2021 it's been sitting. And so that kind of leads y'all to understand what's wrong with it. I think it needs a carburetor. I think my dad said he tried to clean it already, and it didn't seem like it worked. So as y'all can see, we got this Amazon box here, and inside this Amazon box is another box. Yippee, right? Inside this box is a brand spanking new carburetor that we're about to throw on this thing. Now, I am hoping this fixes it. And the reason I'm not so confident this is going to fix it is because it's a Chinese carburetor, and I went on Gravely website, right? I looked everywhere just to see if I could find a factory replacement carburetor, like, American made and all that. Could not find one. Literally, this carburetor for this engine was the only one, and I'm talking about the only one that I could find, unless I went on eBay or something. But we're gonna try this. I have never had good luck with Chinese carburetors, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see if it works. If not, I might see if I can get this one rebuilt, maybe put a rebuild kit in it myself, because I think my dad, all he did was just try to clean it, and it just didn't work. So we're gonna stick this on there, and we're gonna see what happens. Now, unfortunately, when I came out here, I did have a little friend hanging out in there. If you hear my dog, sorry about that. Yeah, I had a little friend hanging out in there, and I already chased him out. He kind of went over there. I think he's under that lawnmower, honestly. But I asked him not to bother me while I'm working, so we'll see what he does. But yeah, we are gonna get rid of his home though. Alright, so this is kind of embarrassing. I got rid of the nest. I don't know where it is. It's been running back and forth between there, running along the wall, then it comes back, and then it like literally comes out and hangs out by the lawnmower. So I don't know where it is now. I shook it a couple times. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't get bit. I'm definitely going to be getting some traps tonight, so Yeah. I knew I had a mouse, or like I knew I had a mouse problem in this shed, but like, because sometimes they'll get into that lawnmower too, but yeah, literally not even did this thing parked in here a day and that built up a big nest like that. It wasn't even in here a full day, I don't think. Like I literally parked it in here, the next day came out here and there was a nest. Like what the crap. Anyways, let's try to work. All right, so if y'all see a mouse running around here, I'm not gonna lie, that'll probably be kind of hilarious for the video. But anyways, so on top of this engine, you have this big cover. And by the way, it is a Kohler engine, by the way, which is awesome. You got that, then you got the filter that sits on top of here. All you do is you pop this off, take the filter out, and the filter is actually sitting over there on the deck right now. But then you got two 10mm bolts that hold this in here. Then you just pop this off. I know we have a hose too. 1 second. All right, so now you're gonna pop this little hose off here. Should come off pretty easy. Like that. And something else going in there. Oh, there goes a nut. There we go. Set that to the side. And literally right there is your carburetor. That is literally that simple. Alright, so now what we're going to do is something, because I don't know. I'm going to pop this off. There we go, pop that off. We'll unscrew that. And also, take plenty of pictures, because one of the best ways I know how to put things back together is take a lot of pictures. Alright, let's pop this off. Set that one, and we got that one. Okay, go. Now there was. All right, so pop this one off. Focus, 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 focus. All right, so there's one right here. It's $2 right there, and there's a tiny little spring attached to this one, so let's try to remember that. All right, so your carburetor now should come right out. No, it shouldn't. There's got another line right here. Oh, hey, it's got another one. Okay, cool. It's got a spring on a spring. All right. Out and make it twisty around. There we go. Just like that. Now, old carburetor's out. And let's see if we can get the new one. All right, with our trusty dusty workbench here. Let's see if we can compare the two, and hopefully they're the same. Oh, hey, this one came with a new wire. Both new wires. Heck yeah. All right, so if we're looking at it, that looks the same. That looks the same. So far, everything looks the same. Oh, hey, there's a brand on here too. I can actually. Alright, we're looking at it. That looks the same. That looks the same. That looks the same. And the wire looks the same. Back here looks the same. Alright, cool. So I guess we got a good match. And I'm kind of glad it came with new wires too. That makes it handy. Alright, let's go ahead and stick this bad boy on. Alright, so when we take the carburetor off, you got a gasket right here, brand new one. A little pointy part is going up. And also right here, when you're taking this, there's a little bushing right here that's in your old one, and this one didn't come with one, so you have to put that in there too. Alright, so I am gonna drain the gas out of this thing, and I can literally smell it from up here. Like it's strong. But it's kind of funny, there's no gas lines under the tank This is the only lines going to both the tanks, which is crazy because you'd think there'd be a line under there because, I mean, I don't really know how that works. I guess it is able to pull it. I don't know. That's interesting. But, yeah, that fuel filter looks like it's seen better days. And I've got a new one, but look how much smaller it is compared to that one. Well, that's crazy. It's also got a new fuel cutoff too. So yeah, let's see if we can, well, like a buffoon, I didn't hit the record button when I did that. So y'all know I showed y'all the fuel filter right here. Literally all I did is I took it all up here. There was a zip tie down there, cut it, took it all off, got the hose, got the filter off. Filter, definitely looking old and grimy, and gas is just draining all in there. Which, is it coming out of this? I don't know. Honestly, it's really a good thing that this is coming out like that because I planned on cleaning the entire system anyway. I hope that's actually coming out of the tank though. I don't know if it is, but I hope it is. Because I actually wanted to get this tank cleaned out anyway. This tank, we've only used this tank a handful of times. I don't even think there's hardly anything in there. And honestly, there's not enough in there for, you know, if I put brand new gas in there, that'll be all right. Yeah, but this is, well, that just drained big time. Holy cow. All right, cool. You know, another thing this kit actually came with, it came with all new clamps, which is really gnarly. I'm definitely gonna use them. All right, I made the decision that while that thing is draining, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the stuff, like the breather and stuff, back on because I can get to the gas lines and everything with that on there. And plus, I have to be somewhere in like an hour, so I don't want this carburetor being out in the open, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it up. All right, so actually I lied. I actually forgot about that line down there that the fuel pump goes to. I forgot about that one, but I still went ahead and put this on there because I wanted to keep it all covered. And also, a hose clamp will not go on this one. I tried putting it on there, but this hose is just too stretched out. But I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do for it today. Like I said, I gotta be somewhere. I gotta go out to a dinner, but that is probably just gonna keep draining all night. That's fine. I think it is coming out of the gas tank. Oh yeah, it's definitely coming out of the gas tank. That's good. All right, well, that actually makes it a lot easier because that's exactly what I wanted to do. All right, so that's gonna keep draining. When I go out tonight, I might see if I stop by a Walmart or something, get some rat traps, or rats repellent or something, so I can keep mice out of here while I'm working on this thing. Because I do not want to come back in here tomorrow and there be another nest in there. This thing already got ate up by mice once back at my parents' house. I don't want it to get eaten up again, so yeah. We'll catch back up with y'all probably another day. Alright, what's going on, guys? Last we left off that I drained all the gas out of the gas tank here, and it all just kind of gravity bled out of this line right here. And I put fresh gas in here, and I tried, you know, gravity bleeding again. Now it won't really seem to gravity bleed, but I took a can of brake clean, sprayed all up in there, and I sprayed all up in this one too. And looks like everything was coming out clean, so we're gonna call it good enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my fuel filter back on here. I'm gonna try using these new clamps that it came with. Oh, we might be able to make one work. Heck yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put this on there the same way that it came off. So the filter was actually kind of going this way, or yep, it's looking like that. So that's exactly how I'm gonna put it back on, because that's how it worked before. That's how it's gonna work again. Put on the shiny new clip. All right, there, good enough. All right, now if I remember right, it was. Still got some brake clip hanging off in there. That's already brake clean's flammable. It's hanging off like this, if I remember right. Alright, if y'all hear any rain, it's rain on the top of the tin roof, so you might hear that a little bit, but it actually goes like this. This part was going up here to the carburetor, and this was going that way. So
we're gonna put it back on that way. Put it back on right there. Take them upstairs. Put it on kind of like layer out there. Hopefully it clamps down enough because it doesn't seem it's going good. Alright, got the new fuel filter on here. Got it ran all the way up here, and this is where it goes into the carburetor. Here, you see where that gold clamp is? That's where it goes into the carburetor. So now it literally looks exactly like how I got it. So now let's see if we can put the rest of it back together and maybe even try to start it, see what it does. Because I don't know if y'all can see with my big head. I'm gonna put these bolts back there. This hose just kind of sits off into this thing. I'm not sure what this is about that, and the hose kind of clips in right there. All right, let's put the breather back on. All right, just for the record, don't judge. I do have a new one coming. Just haven't got it in yet. But we do have a new one coming. Pop that right there. That should clamp down like that. And that should clamp on there like that. Alright. Now let's pull it back together. Now, of course, like everything else on the channel, that battery's from 2021. So the battery's no good, but we're going to see if the jump box start it. Now, hopefully this will work. It's been forever since I've cranked this thing, so we're gonna at least see if it'll turn over. Oh, the choke cable's stuck. That's not good. Let's see what happens. Oh, battery might be too dead. Let's see what happens. I don't really like how this choke cable's sitting right now. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know what all I got on video, but this battery is toast. I put 2 jump boxes on it, and I got it to turn over, but I ain't got it to start yet, but I think this battery is so dead that it ain't doing nothing. If I mess with the cables and I play with it a little bit, it will start to turn over a little bit, but I think that battery is just too far gone. So, we're gonna change out the battery. I guess I'm gonna have to go get one. All right, just to kind of update y'all on everything. So, as y'all know, we put the carburetor on here, put the filter on here, new fuel filter, not new lines or anything. So, I went to start it, and I can't remember if I got this on video or not, but I went to start it, and we also got a brand new battery too. Got a brand new battery. Went to start it, and I'm not getting fuel from the gas tank. So, as y'all saw, everything completely drained out of it, but I filled it back up at least to half a tank, or maybe about almost half a tank, but filled it up and went to start it. So this little part right here, this is a little vacuum pump, or more or less the fuel pump. So it's supposed to suck the fuel from there down to this filter, up through here, and then it comes down to there through the carburetor. So this is the vacuum part of it right here. It like sucks it up, and that's how this whole thing works. So the fuel pump was working, because when I pulled this line off, the entire gas tank drained out in here. That's why the whole shit smells like gas. But then now when I go to start it, it doesn't seem like it's forcing through. And I took the hose and I blew through it, and it's bubbling up through here. So hose ain't collapsed on the inside. So I don't know if maybe this has possibly went bad or what, but we're gonna try it again. It's been a couple days since I've messed with it, so we're gonna see if we can figure it out. Man, I wish I was recording when I did that. But as you can see, it's officially running now. So I thought the pump was bad. Literally all I did, I literally just took some brake clean. I took it completely off, sprayed inside every one of the things, and kind of tapped on it a little bit. And then I put it back in here just to see if it was pulling fuel, which also, that was another thing I did. I took the gas line and I sucked on the hose to try to get the gas to kind of go ahead and come through. So once I started doing that, and I did this, I tapped on this thing and cleaned it out a little bit. I noticed it started pulling fuel when I tried to crank it. I was like, oh, hey, it might actually start this time. So I plugged it all back up, put the clips back on there, cranked it, fired immediately. Fired right up. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, so I do have another problem I have to fix. If y'all can see that down there, it does leak. It's actually leaked for a very long time. But before we actually park the thing, we would always have to fill up this little reservoir with some good old Mobil 1 1550 oil. Because if you don't, whenever you try to move your sticks around, it starts grinding like crazy. All it needs is a seal. I think my dad's actually got the seal kit for it. We just never put it on, so might do that in a later video. But right now, let's fill this up. I'm having to fill this bad boy up. It's alive! I'll give you a little POV drive. Y'all, the nostalgia I feel right now. Me on this thing again. So happy. I do have a flat tire. I got the spare for that. I wonder if the blade still works. Let's test it out. Alright, push down. Well, I parked it back in here because I was going to get ready to film an outro, but then it started raining, and then I pulled it in here, got it all situated in here. Now it stopped raining, but I guess I'll just do the outro right here in my very junky shed. But as you can see, the whole Gravely mower officially runs again. I am super tickled about it. Finally, I could start cutting grass in a lot shorter of a time. That one's been good to me for years, but I'm so glad to have this one back. And it's actually call it mine. Literally, I've had this thing for as long as I can remember. And the nostalgia I felt just driving it again. I am super, super happy right now. I'm very giddy right now. The only thing I have to do is clean it up and air that tire up. And then I can start cutting grass. We might do that seal over there in another video. But for right now, is officially good to go, and I'm super tickled about it. But really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and hope this helps somebody out there. And yeah, I'm just so happy right now. But y'all have a good day. Alright, sorry if the wind's killing y'all, but I decided I wanted to throw this in the video too, that I did clean it up and it looks 10 times better than it did before. I'm trying to find a new sticker for the front of it just because I think it'll look a lot better with it. But yeah, cleaned it up, looks great. I've cut my yard a couple times with it now, and it literally cuts the yard in like half the time, and literally does it on like less than half a tank. Like a half a tank cuts my whole yard like twice. So this has been a very successful fix.